Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to do a full reading for New Jeans for the remainder of 2025. Okay. The last short reading that I did, it was giving me troubled waters. Okay. They're headed, well, either they or somebody around them definitely headed for troubled waters. So things are getting serious. And I was picking up that either somebody will resign or somebody will be forced to resign. Okay. I was picking up maybe a little bit of energy of somebody maybe getting hurt. So I hope that's not the case, but there could be an injury. Okay. Things are getting heated, things are serious. Nobody is cooperating with each other. So things just might get a little bit out of hand. Okay. So now let's do a full reading for New Jeans. What's going on with New Jeans? Show me a little bit something about their future for the remainder of 2025 for the K-pop girl group New Jeans, also known as NJZ. Okay, so the first card we have here is foreign countries and different cultures. That's their current situation. I also have my clarifying cards here, and we will clarify. Hmm. Their second card is friends. This card here represents their obstacles, their challenges, okay? So, since this is the second card of friends, their challenge is being friendly. Being friendly. Show me something about um, their faraway past. We have superstar. And then we have long distance for their recent past. And what does the group want to achieve for the remainder of 2025? Here we have a sick and or death. Their possible future is creative buildings. Something about the group. Here we have debt and credit. Hmm. Here we have unfaithful for their inner emotions, their hopes and fears. Ooh, learning a new skill. Okay. So they could be fearing learning something new or could be hoping for something new that has to do with their career. And their final outcome is the law. The law. Okay, so let's start shuffling the clarifying cards. And let's get down to this reading. Okay. Clarify all these cards, please. So to clarify, the first card we do have the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is upright. So I feel like their current situation is making progress. The Six of Wands can also be about, going on some kind of conquest here. So if you look at this card here, this person could be going on a conquest, getting ready to travel. We have the foreign countries and cultures card here. So you see the different flags. So this could be like maybe going on tour, planning on going on tour currently as of now. If not, making progress that has to do with the fans, that has to do with traveling, or the Six of Wands could be about triumph. So victory, getting victory in a situation. So I don't know what the situation is. I haven't been following the Eugene's situation. Okay, so let's clarify their friends card here. This is the Knight of Pentacles, to clarify the friends card. So they might be having issues with being responsible. Okay, they're having issues being friends, issues being responsible. The Knight of Pentacles could also be about dull moments. Things could be dull right now. It is also about being dependable, and also about being smart and efficiency. So that's their problem. That's their issues, or that's their challenges in this reading. Just being friendly and efficient and responsible and dependable. Okay. Now let's take a look at their faraway past. And we do have the superstar. To clarify the superstar, we do have the lovers. Okay. And the lovers is all about not just love and beauty, but it's about commitment, right? The lovers, two people in commitment. This could be the group. This could be the group and their bosses. But what I see here is I see a lone star here. So somebody by themselves. But then here we have a group. Okay. So maybe in their faraway past, it's about maybe like a lone star, like somebody being the star. Okay. I don't, when I look at those two cards, I don't see a group. I see somebody trying to be a lone star. And then the next card we have here is long distance. And to clarify that, we have the Five of Wands. It's in reverse. Okay. So their recent past. Now, when the Five of Wands is in reverse, that's all about trickery. It could be trickery. Not completely sure, but could be trickery. Could also be being very passive. Okay. Being very passive. Trickery. And then long distance. So somebody's definitely not getting along. And I think we know that. We know that. So these past few months, this past year, it looks like the group, well, when I'm looking at this card, it looks like the group is now I don't know. It feels like they're going against each other now. Okay. Before it was, it was them against maybe Hyde or the big bosses, but it looks like they're kind of crumbling to me as I go along in this reading. So what they wish to achieve is sick and death. And let's clarify this with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is in reverse. And it could be like a mother figure, a water sign. But it doesn't have to be a water sign. But the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like being withdrawn, you know, being withdrawn and being very, very moody. And I think somebody is very sick and tired of the situation. So I think what they want to achieve in this reading is being alone, like being dependent, you know? And when you're dependent, you do things for yourself, you do things on your own. So what they wish to achieve in this reading, according to the cards, is being dependent, the group being on its own, with or without, the big bosses. So in their possible future here, we have creative buildings, and then we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is in reverse. And this card here represents their possible future. Now, when the Six of Pentacles is in reverse, it can be like debt, collecting a debt, or paying off a debt. But the creative building here, I think they're going to come up with a way, or there's a possibility that they can come up with a way to repay their debt and owe whoever money. But it can also be selfishness. Hmm. Since this card represents selfishness, this could be continuing to go on their own, being selfish, not wanting to work it out with the company, and continuing to just do what they do on their own, trying to make it on their own. But at the same time, we have another card here that symbolizes um, credit card debt, or just, debt. Let's clarify. So we have a Two of Swords. So there is definitely a crossroads with the group. The group in this reading represents at some kind of crossroads. Stalling. The Two of Swords represents stallings, crossroads. What else? Maybe restoring the peace because there is nothing more. There's nothing more to do, nothing more to work with. So let's just restore the peace. But at the same time, you know, maybe let's pay off our debt. Let's fix this karma before karma gets worse, is what I'm seeing in these two cards. Now for their inner emotions, we have unfaithful. I hope you guys can see that. So in their inner emotions, they know that people around them, or maybe even them, may be very unfaithful. Okay. Now to clarify, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. This here represents problems with finances, problems with maybe people, family, coworkers. Also represents failure and just, instability and dullness of the mind. Okay. So they know that they are in a situation where people are unfaithful, things are not truthful, things are not faithful, it's unfaithful. And there's problems, insecurities. Of course, we know that. Now, we do have learning a new skill here for their hopes and their fears. So let's clarify. Oh, we have the six of swords. Okay, so we all know that the Six of Swords is about moving on or going through some kind of phase or transition or making an exit. Okay, so when you make an exit, you definitely have to learn new skills because you're making an exit. You're leaving your job, you're leaving the company. Now you got to get a new job. Okay, so making an exit. So maybe they fear of making an exit, or maybe that's what they want. It looks to me as that's what they want. They want some kind of moving forward, moving beyond, or maybe that's what they want too, is moving beyond this whole situation and find some kind of problem solving. Now, their final card here is the law. So let's see what the law is all about. We do have the two of wands, the law, two of wands. So let's see what this is about. The two of wands can be about justice. And we know we have the law card here. So the law represents justice. Hmm. I think so. I think the final outcome for this reading is that they're going to have to pay back. There's a possibility that they could get sued and they're going to lose. They're not going to win. There's too much karmic. There's too much cards here. So if they do get sued or go to court for any type of reason, they're not going to win. I think they're going to have to pay back what was lost to the party that's suing them. Okay? So in this reading, they're going to have to pay. They have to pay. Or it's definitely about, if nobody's suing them, it's about paying off their debt as their decision and then breaking free from whoever they're assigned to. Okay? So that's what I see. Paying off their debt and going on their own. Or if they don't want to pay off their debt, I think they have to. Some way, shape, or form, they're going to have to come out of the pocket. Whether they get sued or whether it's their decision to pay out and then move forward and go on their own. And that concludes this reading. And I'll see you guys next time.